My name is Morton Klein. I'm the national president of the Zionist Organization America, which is the oldest pro-Israel group in the United States, founded in 1897. Past presidents include Louis Brandeis, and Abba Hillel Silver. So it's a long, distinguished organization. We're the only major Jewish organization that fought against Oslo, predicting it will be a disaster, fought against Arafat and Abbas, fought against the Gaza withdrawal. Almost no other Jewish organization did it. We're the only major group to have fought against Chuck Hagel, who is now Secretary of Defense. It's a shame that other Jewish groups just want to appease. They actually think giving land to the Arabs or a state might bring peace. What I tell everyone in my speeches, TV and radio, is the Arabs have no interest in the state. They could have had a state in 1937 with the Peel Commission. 95% of the rest of Palestine, they turned it down. 47, they could have had a state, they turned it down. In 2000, 2008, they were offered states, they turned them down. From 48 to 67, they controlled all of Gaza, Judea and Samaria, East Jerusalem. They set up a state when they controlled it all? No. Their goal is one thing, Israel's destruction. They won't negotiate and make a deal because it will require them to openly support the Jewish state of Israel and say there's no further claims. They won't do this because they want all of Israel eliminated. That's something we have to understand. Negotiations, concessions will fail because they're not interested in peace with Israel. They're interested in Israel's destruction. That's a fundamental truth that all of us have to understand. Organizations like AIPAC, I'm naming names, American Jewish Committee, ADL, they go to Capitol Hill and tell members of the House and Senate, if we can get them a state, eventually then we'll have peace. That's all they want. It's just... And so we have to have more concessions and things will be fine. So when you have major Jewish groups telling congressmen that concessions and statehood will resolve it, what do you want from them? They believe it. The biggest problem are Jewish organizations. And people like Alan Dershowitz, who's my friend. He told me himself just now. Every speech he gives on college campuses, the first thing he says is, I support a Palestinian state, I'm against settlements. He said it to me, I know him for years. So people like him who have credibility, who say, give him a state, settlements are no good, make the world believe these lies. That it's only a religious war whose goal is Israel's destruction, not statehood, not settlements. We Jews have ourselves to blame by acting as if statehood will work. And I'll tell you, even Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who's my friend for 20 years, he keeps saying he supports the state, and he knows this is nonsense, but by saying it, it gives credibility that statehood is the issue. It is not, it's Israel's existence. That is such an important truth that is simply not talked about. That has to be. Settlements are irrelevant. And why can't 300,000 Jews who live in Judea and Samaria, why can't they live in a future state if that were to be, if that were going to bring peace? Because we know that they would end up being killed. Because Jew hatred and Israel hatred is the whole issue. We have to start sending this message. And the proof is, by the way, the maps in the Palestinian Authority in Egypt and Jordan, not a single map, official map, shows Israel anywhere. In fact, the Palestinian Authority has a new emblem they came out with a few months ago, showing all of Israel with an Arab keffiyeh over all of it. They say it openly, but nobody holds them accountable. That's the problem. Not the President of the United States, not the Prime Minister of Israel, not Congress, and not the major Jewish organizations. Except, I'm proud to say, ZOA.